Good morning, everybody. Antonio, I just hope that the J&J one after one is coincidence. It was not a planned one, right? So it's not a J&J session. Mixed up next time, okay? All right, thank you. I'm going to speak about the experience we have made in deploying a cloud-based application across our medical device companies. But before I will continue some little bit statement. Everything I'm going to talk about is a personal and not a Johnson & Johnson point of view. No bias whatsoever to the company I represent inside Johnson & Johnson. But I'm going to share the experience we have went through, the road we went through, the challenges, the success, the difficulties. But again, it's a personal view, definitely not Johnson & Johnson voice. So, we looked in our global operation and said where we are. What is our vision? What do we want to do with our medical device companies, with our global servicing? What takes us where we are, what takes us to the next level? What are the challenges? And then we looked at it and said, how can we create a one unified customer experience? And when I'm talking about the unified or the unification, I'm not talking about specifically United States. We're looking at it into multi-geography, multi-operating companies, different languages, and totally different product line business model. That was quite a challenge. So we decided to look and say, what should we do? What kind of application? We have selected the cloud-based application for a reason. And the reason are that, number one, it enables the processes to be consolidated and increase operational, ease of use, ease of access. The SaaS, software as a solution, also require less complexity. If you compare it to the previous applications that you see in the market, that was require local server, everybody today, basically, when you log on and you use your email, you're probably either on Microsoft server or some Amazon server. So it gives you global footprint and global. And I don't know, for example, one of the IT challenge, some countries across the globe, like China, in the news yesterday, require Apple to keep all the data in the China land. Or in Europe, we have the Russians require all the data to be inside Russia. So partnering with the global cloud-based solution allow us to address some of those IT challenges. And we also look in the future. What is the future? We heard in the morning more and more IoT, Internet of Things, connectivity. So cloud-based is the solution, and that's what we selected. The objective was to build a foundation, field service organization, transformation. We all heard about lean process and one global technology. So we look how we can optimize the footprint, how we can optimize the service operation. We cover all our capital equipment in the medical device group, except for my partner in the morning, because it was acquired after we launched the product. Okay? And we look at it with an enable sourcing strategy. Meaning like we're building something that's going to be serviced for the next few years and the products that come over. Now when I'm talking about service, I just want to make it clear, and I'm not going to go on all those main idea behind this slide that we're looking from end-to-end solution. From the moment the customer calls to the moment you send the billing, you replenish the part, you restock the trunk of the FSC or the depot center. And think about it globally. Think how you do it in Japan or how you do it here in San Diego. Believe me, it's different. And now you have to put them all in one process. So we're looking on service in all elements, a full circle. We didn't miss any circle in the platform, from the field base to the depot, call interactive, order to cash, end to end. Every continent, every operating company. So, what we have done? Why do we need this? When we started it, just to give you some numbers, we have about 17 different systems and about 1,000 users each one, even just to give you an example, in the European continent, on the same country, or even in the US, the business model of the same product, same company, same operating in France was totally different than Italy. The Italian one in Germany, I'm not talking the language, I'm talking the way they handle customer. The way when a customer calls, where the product go, what the FSC do, how do you document it, how do you inventory. Everything was looked differently. So we look into all the geography, we look into the compliance. We are a medical company, as everybody here in this room, compliance is a key element. Then we look about the efficiency, where we can introduce efficiency. And then we said, okay, that's the challenge. It's about 18 months roadmap. We started it about July 2016, and we finally went live in December 2nd last year. So what we have done, good, it's came in this projector. As you can see the picture in the background, we literally mapped the process. We brought all our group for almost 10 weeks together, and we looked carefully, what are the processes. And you can see the small note on the wall, I don't know if you can see it from the far end. We start bucket them line by line. How do you do when a customer calls? What do you do when you have to send an invoice? What is your invoice process? What do you do when you dispatch an engineer? What do you do when you have to return a loaner unit, a replacement? How do you do it? And we bucket it in a room with whiteboard, blueprint. We look at the process. We partner with the company and we look what is the industry standard. What does it look like? And then we said, okay, now we have a view. Now we know how everybody works. We need to take it to one process. So, what's the challenge we have? First of all, you all know people. People don't like changes. Except it's iPhone. When iPhone comes and iOS, everybody upgrade without thinking, right? Because iPhone is okay. But normally, and specifically service people, they're very proud in the tool. They don't like changes. Then second thing was our IT. How do you synergize all the IT platform? We have about 77 interfaces built, totally different ERP system, billing system, product management system, inventory, transaction, totally different across the globe. Same company, 5 different ERP systems. What about the user adaptation? How we make sure that the user not coming in, those American guys coming with the system. How do you get the buy-in? We spend a lot on the user adaptation, in communication, in newsletter, town hall. So we look at globalization, the challenge that we have about the multi-languages, right? It's a global system, all continents, across the globe. What are the different business processes? What are the difference between the franchise, different product line, different model of doing things? Some do diagnostic over the phone and then they dispatch the engineer. Some only getting the call and dispatch the engineer. Some just getting the part without even knowing why, and then they pick up the phone to the customer and say, hey, your unit is here, what's the problem? We look into the challenge of regulatory and compliance. What are the challenge? Every country has a different requirement. There is a global one, we know the CE mark, the FDA, but there are also even local regional compliance. We looked on all of those. And we also look, what about the audit? We went through a few audits, the new MD-SAP, those of you who went through this new regulation with the ISO 13485, introducing a new challenge. How do we address it? From technology, data management, how do you bring together into one system a Japanese hospital in Japanese language, a Portuguese from Brazil in Portuguese language, and get them all into one readable format. And this is all integrated to the global system. So, while we're running, we start looking down and said, okay, how do we take it to base business? How do we make it simple that we can create a service platform that's going to answer all those challenges? And you see, when you look down, you see only a valley. Biggest challenge, like we said, data management, business change, business tool, technology. different data structure, different product line registration. Historically, J&J never combined. We are basically the pioneer in J&J getting one line all together. J&J used to have every company operated by its own. As long as you operate, as long as you make the money, enjoy it, goodbye. It's the first time we combine everybody to one platform. Everyone has just an example. I'll share with you a true story, one challenge. One company, in their system, the serial number has no zero in the beginning. The system automatically eliminates the zero. In a different company, the zero is a number. Normally when we put the zero on the right, specifically on our bonus, it's a better place to be. Right? But when you put the zero on the left, it's a challenge. What do you do from IT? One company said, customer called me, now I have 70 because it's 12-digit serial number. The other company said, but I need the zero. Just an example of small challenge of data structure. How do you address it? How do you get an alignment? So we need to look forward and build the bridge. And this is what we know. We need to look on the global process. We have to bring everybody into one global. We need to look into one system. How do we harmonize the data? Looking at the data and build it all together and harmonize it. And then working with the service team, get their brain, and going again on the user adaptation. Do not underestimate. And I must be frankly and honest. My change management group used to come to me and, hey, we need to do another newsletter. I said, guys, stop it, it's too much communication. Backward, it was worth it. In the beginning, I thought we overloaded the team with communication, monthly newsletter, weekly email update, town hall every quarter. I thought it's too much, but the success is so good. We have so much commitment. We even created, I will talk about it, some team competition. So, we need to look into leadership, commitment from the leader, the local leader. You can imagine that sometimes people are not so happy. Some people were suspicious, what's going on? Why you, Johnson & Johnson, start? Some people even thought, is that risk to my job? We told them, no, we're just harmonizing the process. Then we look about the partner. What is a partner? We selected a partner that we look into can bring us all the solutions. There are multiple solutions on the market. Wonderful service platform. I won't lie to you. There is a great service platform that can do amazing dispatching solution. And then you have another service to do wonderful field service. But we decided to put somewhere on the middle and not, because we wanted one vendor that take us from A to Z, everything from partnership, from user experience, from being able to work on the cloud-based solution, comprehensive cover, knowing the business, knowing all the elements from supply chain element, strategic look into the business. And yes, maybe we don't have those fancy, nice Google Maps that show me where the engineer and then can take me on the route. But I have a solution from end to end, and that's the partner that we selected with Cognizant to help us. So when you think about it, you have to remember, you have to work on multi-level. When you implement such kind of a platform, you have to think on a multi-level. What does it mean? Will be significant obstacle. Every day, believe me, every day we have something new, a new challenge. So, hey, what about this business? But we do this differently. During the day, even sometimes 2-3 times a day it happens. So you have to remember, things will keep falling, but we need to continue. That's why the snow, I know in San Diego it's not, but we need to keep clearing all those obstacles. We have to be fast. We have to get the hand dirty, bring people in, work with the team, look at the data, look at the challenge, understand. And we have to put the problem on the table and discuss it. We found a lot of situations, and we literally resolve them one by one. And as everybody knows, problem we don't know, we cannot solve, but I can tell you now, today it's much easier for me to talk than I talked in November in Field Service Medical in Europe. It's when we go live and everything is live. We managed to clean out the table with almost 0 issue left open. So that's why we bundle with the Scrum team, the people who help us to manage the project. But, whatever the right word in English, do not underestimate your air cover. You need the senior leadership. This project in medical device went to the second in line, basically the vice president of J&J in air cover, and we got air cover from senior management down. Then the message is easy. We never use it, okay, this is you have to do by the road or by the management. No, but when you have management behind you, the message is easy. And the management believes that you're doing the right things, and you're going to deliver, you have it. Any questions? So just to give you some number, we eliminate about 17 IT solutions. We have close to 1,000 users with 4 different continents. We are challenging about 70 plus interfaces to do many different billing systems, supply chain inventory management system, product registration, product lifecycle management system, end to end. We're looking into, currently the system is about 3 UI. We have Japanese, Chinese, and Portuguese coming in May. Sorry, Spanish, in May. Customer facing about 20 languages. The customer report. Think about it. Look about all those people in putting them in one system, one process. Just before, I want to say thank you to the lady, the artist who allowed me to use the graphics, Andrea. As a courtesy, I promised to put her name because she requested. Any question on the journey?
I'll speak up. So in Johnson & Johnson, who leads service? And now that you put your processes together, did you change your organization as a result of trying to do everything in a common way?
Okay. Is it Johnson & Johnson who leads services, and if we put all the processes in common, are we changing the way? The answer is, we have not changed the organization at this stage for a reason. We wanted to build a foundation. The one process, one system, build a foundation. Service currently spread over, still in the different businesses. For example, myself, I'm reporting to one business franchise, I'm part of the commercial sales organization. I have a good friend working with us, some of them reporting to supply chain, some of them to quality. We have not created a unified service organization. However, I've been appointed to be the leader to bring it all into one process, not necessarily reporting to me as a one manager hierarchy. So we're working together, we are doing some pilots in the Asia Pacific starting this week. We're taking this to the next level. Okay, now we did it. Now we have a synergy. We're already doing this, by the way. We already took some of the businesses and said, for example, this organization has this capability. I'll give you an example, field service. One of our business acquired another company and they don't have a field service. So are they going to now go and buy or build a new field service capability? No. Due to the fact that we implemented, they now leverage the resource. So we already start walking the talk. It's really fresh, we just finished it in December and we're all up and running. We did it in 2 waves, I forgot to mention. First wave went live in July, second wave went in December the 2nd. So that example I gave you, this company came on board. The service provided by a different franchise because the capability is there, systems and process. Did that answer the question?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. I think with another one at the back.
What is the IT platform you use? Is there a particular?
One second, I cannot hear you. You have to excuse me. Big group. I know from the back it doesn't look like.
What IT platform are you using? And is there a particular company that you're working with?
Yes, I'm using the Midvantage platform from Cognizant, and which is a kind of support built on the Salesforce application. And they did a phenomenal job as a partner.
Yeah, I'm wondering where your IoT platform or platforms interface or play a role in your service platform. Did you say that IoT is in scope for this?
I'll give you an example where the IoT is. One of our business model, one of the business company had a generator that connected via your cell phone, and the same company called me that built them this IoT. and from the Salesforce they can upgrade the data. So the small generator, it's not a big unit, it's not an MR, not CT, it's literally like a stereo amplifier. You plug in a USB, the USB speaks to the Salesforce get, it automatically updates the system. So all these interfaces work together. The platform, the capability of it. Everybody knows, the IoT is very in the early stage. But that's just an example of a true IoT function today.
Can you talk a little bit about how visible this was to your end customers? As you, I mean, obviously there's a lot of transformation happening here, and did they play a role in this whole journey in terms of collaborating with you as you're going through the change?
Good question. How does it visible to our end customer? In the beginning and until now, we kept it like a black box. We changed the process. The input-output to customer stays the same. We're taking it now to the next level, literally now. I just kicked out a project, for example, of unified call center. Because we identify, for example, out of this, I'm going back to Europe. You can hear my accent, I'm not Native American. And in Europe, we realized we have about 6 or 7 different call centers, and all answer differently. Now, until now, we couldn't make it. Because company A used to work like this, using system like that. And now, we kicked off the project last week, when we're going to start leverage them all into one unified, where everybody uses the same platform. So from customer perspective, we're gaining longer hours. One company, because the business was small, was 9 to 5, now we can give them 24/7, because we also leveraging with the US time zone. We give them multi-language, faster access. So we literally take now this to action. We have to build this foundation. Okay?
If
Thank
you
you.
guys have any more questions, please find Jacob later on, hopefully.
Thank you.